Allô, allô. Le coq de l'école, allô, allô. Le coq de l'école, allô, allô.
What up to Milwaukee, the whole United States, everybody that supports your boy Track Lacer. This is Track Lacer. About to give you my opinion on Black Lightning. So, I guess out the gate, the first thing I say is apologize to my homie, the Queen from Orlando, Florida, because I was so geeked. Of course, we got Black Panther coming out next month, the first black and especially the first African superhero comic book movie we've ever seen. And so, in a similar fashion, I was kind of geeked about Black Lightning, the first black superhero television show. So I called the Queen from Orlando, and she got a little son. So I was like, yeah, let your son stay up a little bit, later tonight, and watch Black Lightning with him. And he's a young guy, like he's under the age of 10. And so I apologize to you off top because it's kind of rough. Like with Luke Cage, Luke Cage, Netflix can be a little rough in terms of the language, in terms of the violence, because it's Netflix. But considering that The Flash just came on before Black Lightning, it was a lot more homicides and a lot more kind of cussing that I really feel comfortable with recommending to a queen watching with her little son, watching with her little prince. So that's my bad because I wasn't expecting that. And even though I think the show was good, I will admit that I'm a little bit disappointed that we got to throw the B word out so much, with it being a black show. Um, just kind of the level of cruelty. I know they're trying to make it realistic and kind of more street oriented. I mean, but it's just all the way turned up compared to the Flash. Um, it's just a little bit more gritty for my taste than I would have liked to see for a debut episode. For a black show. And maybe if I didn't, tell her to watch it with her son, I wouldn't feel this way. But yeah, I felt crazy after watching how much language and how much violence. So now that we got that negative out the way, I would say the positive is that for this to be a 1 hour show, it's real fast paced, and I think a lot of these superhero oriented shows have kind of learned that we don't always want the origin story all the time of, just the long overdrawn origin story. They kind of show um kind of how the powers came back for Black Lightning, but they didn't give us, a long overdrawn story about how he got the powers. Even when the powers came back, they didn't dwell on it for too long. They just got right into it. Um, I think him being a black high school principal is beautiful in the sense of all of the different jobs and aliases that superheroes have. Like you just never heard of a guy being a principal at a high school. Um, I think the fact that he has three daughters is beautiful because he definitely seems like a good father. All his daughters is fine, so I know that's gonna cause some conflict. You know, he gonna have to put the black lightning on some dudes just for trying to holler at his daughter, let alone trying to harm him. Um, the sister, who I believe is his ex-wife or children's mother, they weren't very specific about that, but she is bad. And I like they make little choices. You know, she has like the natural short hair, but the face is just gorgeous. So I can kind of tell what they're doing is that they're taking the traditional images of black beauty and they went beyond just having locks. Like they went real natural and just showing that a black woman can be beautiful, you know, without even having long hair, even if it's in locks. So I kind of like that too. Um, I think they touched on I think they touched on racism in the form of police harassment, but then I think they kind of touched on black terrorism, which is, you know, gang banging and drug dealing that basically rules the inner cities where we come from. And we don't really look at it like that because we look at hustling as a way to survive. But with the way that they show it here, you know, they kind of calling it for what it is. It's black terrorism. It's black on black crime, and the fact that people are usually afraid to speak out against it is what perpetuates it. You know, even to the point where his daughters is rolling their eyes because they already know the quotes. You know, so um, this will probably be the last review I do. Just like with the shy, I know I'm not going to do it every week, but you know, for the very first show, I just felt that it was cool to bring it out. I think the brother who plays Black Lightning is good, and I'm looking forward to what other directions that they go with it. You know, the action isn't. I mean, the acting itself isn't great, but oddly enough, that's kind of a strength of the show. I know that's gonna sound crazy, but this is kind of style, kind of like the 1970s black exploitation. It kind of has that vibe. So it's kind of like more focused on the look and the action as opposed to having this just great dialogue. So the dialogue isn't terrible, but it just isn't like Emmy worthy, anything like that. So, but to salute to everybody that had a partake in bringing this TV show to us. And if anything, it just makes me even more excited and ready for Black Panther, February 16th, Black History Month, also my birthday month. This is your boy Track Laser. Somewhere on the screen, you see like a little thing that says subscribe in red. Make sure you do that. They have a new thing where you can hit the bell. And if you hit the bell, anytime I come out with another video, it'll just alert you right away. So do that. I'm up to 1,265 subscribers, and I appreciate every one of y'all. And make sure that y'all check out the 2017 Rap Cap, my year in review song. I'll put the link in the description if you haven't seen it yet.